Mora. This is my video oral presentation in your subject, which is Organic Chemistry or AG 104, Course Pack 2, Chapter 2. In this module, it contains 2 activities, which are 3 and activity 4. So, in your instruction, ma'am, you said that we choose 3 questions in every activity. So, without further ado, in activity 3, the problem that I choose is problem 2.9. Give the IUPAC names for the following alkenes. So, these are the following alkenes that I'm going to give an IUPAC name. So, letter B, letter C, and letter D. Okay. So, this is the problem that we are going to give an IUPAC name. Letter B. This is the letter B. So, let's find the longest carbon chain. So, let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 for pentane. So, pentane is the parent name. At this point of time, it's time for numbering this alkane. I start numbering at the end nearer the substituent. That's why I start numbering at the left side than the right side. So, carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, and carbon 5. As we can see, we have 2 substituents, which are ethyl that attach to carbon 2 and methyl that attach to carbon 3. I start numbering at the left side because the substituents are closer to the end of the chain. We already identified the parent name, which is pentane, and also the substituents, which are 2-ethyl and 3-methyl. So, let's go to final name. So, because E comes first than M, so we write first the E. So, 2-ethyl-3-methyl and the parent name pentane. So, therefore, the final IUPAC name of this alkane is 2-ethyl-3-methyl pentane. Okay, let's move on to the next problem, which is letter C. CH3, CH, CH2, CH, CH3. So, we find the longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, which is pentane. The same as problem letter B. So, I start numbering at the right side because it's also the same if I start in the left side. So, carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5. As we can see, we have 2 substituents, which is the first substituent attached to carbon 2, which is methyl, and the other substituent attached to carbon 4, which is methyl. They are both methyl. So, we call these 2 as dimethyl. Okay. We are already identified the parent name, which is pentane, and the substituents are 2,4-dimethylpentane. Therefore, the IUPAC name of this alkane is 2,4-dimethylpentane. This is the IUPAC name of this alkane. Okay, let's move on to the next problem. We identified the longest carbon chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have pentane, same as problem B and C. So we have in carbon 1 we have 3 substituents which are methyl. So we call this as trimethyl because there are 3. So we have another substituent that attached to carbon 4, which is ethyl. So our substituents in these alkanes are 1-trimethyl because there are 3 substituents in 1 carbon, and 4-ethyl. We already know our parent name, which is pentane. So therefore, the IUPAC name of this alkane is 4-ethyl-1-trimethylpentane. This is the IUPAC name of this alkane. Okay, let's move on to the next activity in AG 104, Course Pack 2, Chapter 2, Activity 4. So, the problem that I choose is problem 2.18. Give the IUPAC names for the following cycloalkanes. So, these are the following cycloalkane that I am going to give an IUPAC name. So, problem A, problem B, and problem C. Okay, without further ado, let's start answering problem letter A. This alkane is cycloalkane. So, cycloalkanes are named similarly, but because there is no chain end to begin from, in numbering, the first substituents as low a number as possible. That's why I start numbering at the left side. As we can see, we have 2 substituents which are methyl that attached to carbon 1, and another methyl is attached to carbon 4. So we have 6 carbon. Carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and carbon 6. So therefore, our parent name is hexane. And our substituents are, we have 2 substituents that attach to carbon 1 and carbon 4. They are both methyl. So we called these 2 as dimethyl. 1, 4-dimethyl. So therefore, the IUPAC name of this cycloalkane is 1, 4-dimethyl cyclohexane. Okay, let's go to another problem, which is problem letter B. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 carbons. So we have pentane. I start numbering at the left side because in numbering, the first substituent as low a number as possible. So we have our substituent here that attached to carbon 1, which is ethyl. And another substituent is methyl that attached to carbon 3. So, our parent name is pentane, and our substituents are 1-ethyl and 3-methyl. So, therefore, the IUPAC name of this cycloalkane is 1-ethyl-3-methyl cyclopentane. And the last but not the least is problem letter C. So, this is the cycloalkane. So, this part is the substituents. So, I start numbering at the left side because in numbering the first substituents as low a number as possible. So, that's why carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. So, we have butane. Our parent name is butane. And the substituents is isopropyl. So, therefore, the IUPAC name of this cycloalkane is 1-isopropyl cyclobutane. So, that would be all for my video oral presentation in Activity 3 and Activity 4 in Organic Chemistry or AG 104, Course Pack 2, Chapter 2. Thank you.